Grace to you and peace from the one who is the source of all of life's true riches. This Thanksgiving holiday celebration that surrounds us here on Sunday is about a lot more than closing up cottages or saying goodbye to the good summer weather. It's about a lot more than being thankful that you aren't your creditors when you can't pay your bills. It's about a lot more than being thankful that only you and God know all the details of your life. The dog Snoopy in the Peanuts comic strip stated this kind of negativity, this negatively thankful spirit, quite succinctly when he sighed in one of the comic strips, "Oh well, I may be eating dog food on Thanksgiving, but at least I can be thankful I wasn't born a turkey." This season of Thanksgiving is about a different sort of thankfulness than that and what I was talking to the children about. It's about being thankful and saying thank you for the essential building blocks of life that are pure, unearned gifts from God and sometimes from others. Things like sparkling pure water and the clean air scented with the smell of rich earth. Things like food that nourishes and sustains our health. Things like the birth of healthy babies and things like comfortable living spaces for the elderly. Thanksgiving is about those things that we can't buy. Things like the hug of a loved one and the sound of laughing children. These are the kind of things that we are all thankful for this day. These are the things that are part of the universal human experience. It doesn't matter where you live on this earth, what language you speak, you will always find people who know how to talk about being thankful for the basically good things in life. Therefore, it shouldn't come as any real surprise that Thanksgiving is the most popular celebration, the most popular holiday here on this earth. It's not Christmas, it's not New Year's, it's not Halloween, even though that seems to be becoming more popular all the time, but Thanksgiving is the most universally celebrated holiday. It may be celebrated in different ways in different nations, but it is the most popular celebration there is. It is the one occasion that all of humanity can understand and all religions embrace. Whether you are Christian or Hindu, Muslim or Buddhist, Sikh or Jew, all of the major religions incorporate a time of thanksgiving in their religious lives. Thankfulness, of course, starts within each one of our hearts. It grows from the seed of realization of how dependent we are on the gifts that God shares with us. From our appreciation of these gifts, we also grow thankful for what we receive from others. Thanksgiving starts within you and me. It is sustained and nourished, however, as we share it with other people. Have you ever found yourself in the company of a bunch of complainers? Maybe it was at school, or maybe it was at work, or maybe it was at a social gathering. Hopefully never at church, but we all know what it's like to be in the company of a bunch of complainers. It's hard to stay thankful when you are in a group of that sort of people. There's an old Swedish saying that goes, a shared joy is a double joy. That's why, whenever we give thanks, it's always more meaningful when it is done in the company of others. Whether it's a birthday celebration, a graduation, an anniversary, a wedding, and sometimes even, yes, at a funeral. Our expression of thankfulness takes on added meaning when we are in the company of other like-minded souls. One of the oldest prayers in existence is the Jewish prayer of thanksgiving known as the Barakah. Not only is this prayer offered on Passover evening, but it is also a prayer that is prayed every day in observant Jewish homes. The prayer begins with these words: "Blessed are you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who gives the fruit of the vine in its season." Now, if that prayer sounds vaguely familiar to some of you, it's because these same words were used by Jesus when he celebrated the Last Supper with his disciples. That's why many communion liturgies in Christian worship around the world begin with similar words. "Blessed are you, Lord of heaven and earth. In mercy for our fallen world, you gave your only Son." This morning, those of us who are disciples of Christ gather to give thanks for one other very important basic element in our earthly existence. Yes, we are deeply thankful for the same God-given gifts as our neighbors around this world. Like them, we are aware that our very existence is dependent on the 9 inches or so of topsoil that is spread around the earth. We, however, have an additional gift for which we thank God. We have the gift of Jesus Christ and all that he promises. We have been freed from the anxieties that so easily burden life and rob it of its glory. Through Christ, we have the promise that God will provide for those who trust in God's Son. Through Christ, we have the promise that not even death can separate us from the love of God. We have the assurance that even life beyond death will be another awesome gift from our God, a gift that will cause us to end up singing eternal songs of thanksgiving. This morning, we gather around this table to share in a meal of thanksgiving. The bread and the wine of this meal are signs of the beautiful gift that comes straight from the heart of God. This meal is not a 5-course Thanksgiving dinner, complete with soup and salad, potatoes and gravy, turkey and ham, cranberry and pumpkin pie. A meal that will keep you going, if you're lucky, for a day or two on its own. No, this isn't that kind of Thanksgiving meal. This Thanksgiving banquet was put together by the author of life itself. This is a meal that has the potential to not only put a smile in your heart, but also to see you through hard times that yet are to come. This is a meal that doesn't divide those who have from those who don't have. Rather, this is a meal that unites all souls in both a visible and an invisible community of faith that transcends the barriers of time and of place. Now, if that isn't something to be thankful for, I don't know what is. Amen.